Hello guys, and welcome to a new tutorial, a new GTK HeaderBar tutorial. Today we are going to move on with our GTK HeaderBar, and we are going to see with which kind of functions we can apply or we can use on our widget. Until now we learned how to create a HeaderBar. We saw how we can set a title, a subtitle, and then when we had to decide if we need to reserve place or room enough for our subtitle and so on. And of course we saw how we can set a custom title. At that point we were using the button which we're creating. So basically it was looking, let me call it again, like this. And here we are using a click me button, and of course you see it was right here. Okay, so that being said, let us move on. The next one, it is the GTK HeaderBar get custom title. As you can see you can get the custom title, so basically you get what you use and put in a widget. Okay, the next one will be packing. So basically GTK HeaderBar pack start, it is a function which puts a child to our HeaderBar inside, and it will pack it with a reference to the start of the bar. What this exactly means, let us call this function. I'm going to comment the set custom title function, and as we already saw, takes two parameters. First one is the HeaderBar and the second one is the custom child, So basically we are going to pass the same thing which we are using when we are calling the set custom title. In this example we are going to use our button, and as you can see now it looks different because now we have our button here and we still have our title and our subtitle as well. Okay, so now let's move to the next one, GTK HeaderBar pack end, which is the same like the first one, but the difference is that it is putting your child at the end of the bar. So I'm going to call it right now, and I'm going to copy this line here. I'm going to comment of course the calling of the GTK HeaderBar pack start, and now you will see that the button will be at the end, so at the right side, as you can see, and works perfect. Now if you're asking yourself what happens with another child, well, you can create more childs. I'm going to create another button, and here I'm going to call button 1, and of course we are going to create the button 2 as well. And now because we have it, we can call again GTK HeaderBar pack start and end, and we are going to use the second button to the end. So basically we are packing at the start the first button, and we are packing the second button to end. We have a problem here which says undeclared button 2. What did it? Yes, because we said button 1 or button 2. Okay, 1, because we have button and button 1. And now as you can see we have those two buttons right here, the first one here, the second one here. Now it is your decision if you are calling this function 2 times. Like now you see I'm calling the GTK bar pack start and GTK bar pack start again on button 1 and button, and as you can see those buttons are here. So basically the way you are choosing to, or you are deciding to use these things, it should be your call, your decision. Okay, so that being said, let us move on to the next function, which is GTK-HeaderBar set show close button. Yes. Well, sets whatever this HeaderBar shows the standard window decoration, including close, maximize, and minimize buttons. Okay, let's call it. The first one, it is of course our HeaderBar, and the second is the Boolean setting. So I'm going to copy this one right here to pass it here. So I'm passing the HeaderBar, and of course I'm setting to true. And now, as you can see, it added those three buttons right here, so we can maximize and minimize our window. We can send it to the taskbar and put it back, and of course we can close our application as well, and works fine. The difference, which is very important for you to know, is that HeaderBar packing start and end, those two happens before and after you set title and subtitle, and has nothing to do with the close button. So basically close button comes at the end of the HeaderBar. Okay, that being said, let us move to the next one, which is get show. So this means you get return whatever this HeaderBar shows, standard version decoration or not. We are not interested now. And GTK-HeaderBar set decoration layout. This is a thing which I like it. Let us see first what the documentation said, and says sets the decoration layout for this HeaderBar overriding the GTK decoration layout. We already know that because you saw that we at first set the decoration to false. Okay, now watch. There can be valid reasons for overriding the settings, such as a HeaderBar, like in our case, designing that does not allow for buttons to take room on the right or only offers the room for a single close button. Split HeaderBars are another example for overriding the settings. The format of the string is button names separated by commas. A column separates the button that should appear on the left from those on the right. Okay, you will see. Recognized button names are minimize, maximize, close icon, the window icon, and menu, a menu button for the fallback app menu. Okay, so for example, menu, minimize, maximize, close specifies a menu on the left and minimize, maximize, and close button on the right. Okay, so basically we are going to use this one right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so let us first call this function. I'm going to call it right here, and of course we need those two parameters. The first one is the HeaderBar, and the second one said menu, minimize, maximize, and close. Basically what this means, let me fix a little bit this part here. What this means, it is, let me comment it. I'll run the program now again. So basically we have the minimize, maximize, and the close buttons, those three right here. Okay, now let us call this function by passing the same form how was provided from our documentation. See what happens. Yes, it's working. We have nothing different, so why should I call this function? Well, this is a good question. Well, you call it because how about if you, let me call again, how about if you don't want to minimize or maximize, or you don't want to let to close the window? I don't know. Well, you can do it. Let me remove the maximize. See what happened. Bam, it's gone. The settings happen if I now remove the minimize. If I compile and run the program now, you will see that the close button is the only button which is present here. You see? Well, okay. Now, what would you think it happens if I remove this one right here. Let us go a little bit back and see what the documentation says, because it says, for example, menu minimize, maximize, close specifies a menu on the left and the minimize close button on the right. Yeah, it's true, but what happens if we drop the menu? Yes, I think you'll notice we'll move all those buttons on the left. You see, now they are here and they are not there as you're expecting. So basically I'm going to put it back. I'm going to comment out some part of the program for a second. Okay, the buttons, we don't need them right now, and of course their declaration as well. So basically we have now only our window or grid, our header bar. On our header bar we called only the set title, subtitle, has subtitle, and then we choose to have those close buttons, and then we set the header bar decoration layout where we set menu, minimize, maximize, and close button. I'm going to compile it and run it, and now you see better. We have our data bar, we have our subtitle, like a version here 1.0.0, and on the right side we have those buttons. And of course if we drop the menu, then flies on the left. Yes, we have it right here and works fine. Okay, so basically I think that's all. Let me see if I forgot something. Yeah, this, if you want to get a decoration layout, you can get it and save it into a pointer and so on. So basically we saw and we used all these functions which GTK HeaderBar provided for us, and we saw how they are working as well. Okay, that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.